Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Tech Life. My name's Julio. So today I want to talk to you guys about my new best friend here, the DJI Mavic Pro. Now this is not the Mavic Air or the Mavic Pro 2. This is the old Mavic Pro. It's about 2 years old, I think. Is it totally worth getting still with the new drones that are out? Yes, absolutely. This is still a very viable drone in 2018. I don't know that there's any reason to go spend the extra money on the drones that are more expensive. This guy, I got it on sale at Best Buy for $780 and it was $220 off. Hey guys, what's going on? I am at Best Buy because I'm about to get the DJI Spark that is on sale for $780 with the controller. That is the cheapest price that I've been able to find it anywhere online. It's for sale for the same amount at other stores, but it does not come with the controller. So I'm gonna get it here with the controller. The Best Buy right now, they told me that the sale started today, is cheaper than anywhere else I've seen. It's $212 less, I think. Here we go, check that out. $780 with the DJI. I said Spark, right? I meant the Mavic Pro. Oh my God, guys, I'm sorry. I'm buying the Mavic Pro. I said Spark, I think, earlier because I was gonna buy the Spark. I'm getting the Mavic Pro. It's $220 off. So yeah, definitely getting that.
$15 stocking fee if it's open and returned. As long as it's unopened, you're fine.
All right. Unless you just want to go get the more expensive drones, if you've never flown a drone before, this is a perfect option for you, I think. So let's get into a quick rundown on the drone. That way you can take it out flying as soon as you get it. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video at all, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving me a thumbs up, possibly hitting that notification bell if you want to be notified next time I put out a video. All right guys, so here is the basic setup of what's gonna come in your DJI Mavic Pro box. Obviously you have the main drone, the battery charger, the controller, 2 extra blades, the battery, and then you get a couple of these wires here, and I'll go over what those are in just a second. So let's talk about the drone first. When you get the drone, it's gonna come with 2 of the blades not on there. It's very simple to put on. All you do is push down. You match up these 3 little pegs, and you push down on them and you twist and they lock in. Now, you do have to notice that one of them has a white ring and one of them does not. And then these holes, you can probably see it right there. This one has white around it, this one does not. So just match them up and they go in there real easy. All right, so another thing is that you're gonna have this stuff up front on the camera. So this is just a little protective film. This is a protective cover that you can fly with it on to protect the gimbal and the camera, although it's not recommended that you do that for a couple of reasons. One of them is that it blocks airflow into the inside of the drone that then comes out on this side to keep it cool. So that's kind of one downside. And then the other is that sometimes you will see a little bit of this cover in your video. If you care about getting good video, I just wouldn't even use it. If you're just gonna fly it, then it's probably not a big deal. Now to take this off, you'll see that right there is a little lever that you can just pull out, and it comes right off. And then the gimbal itself also has a little piece of plastic that protects it, and you should always keep both of these with you, especially when you travel, so that this isn't, you know, all flimsy all over the place. And this just pulls straight down and it comes off. And when you put it back on, you'll see that there's that little cut right there in the piece of plastic. It just goes into that little notch in the gimbal. So just hold it straight up and it just kind of goes right in. The remote just opens up real easy. It can hold pretty much any smartphone or tablet. It gets pretty wide and you can fit a decent sized tablet in there. I won't go into all of the controls right here. I'm just going to hit the highlights. This on the left side of the controller is where your wire that connects from the controller to your phone or your tablet goes. Mine is out for a reason, but the way yours will come is that this is going to be plugged in. This is going to be plugged in, and then this slider right here, this will be connected in there as well. And the idea is that you connect your phone right there, and then you just clamp it, and it's nice and secure. You're probably going to end up taking this out, and I'll tell you why. I experienced several disconnects with the controller and the drone using this wire. And of course I got online, and I wasn't the only one. That's been an issue with this controller. It's a very simple fix. All I did was I just grabbed the charging wire that came with my phone, and instead of plugging it in here at the side, I just plug it in right there. And then I take the other end and just plug it into the phone. Yeah, it's not as clean because, you know, the wire is going to be hanging down, but ever since I did this, I haven't had a single disconnect. It'll likely come with the wire for your iPhone if you have an iPhone. If it doesn't, just swap it out and you can have Android wire. The charging box that comes with it is for the battery and for the controller. So you'll see that there's this wire that comes with it right here. That's for your charger, that's for your control. And then this one right here, the other end, is for your battery. And this one also goes on the side. And then the other end goes to the battery. And it doesn't really matter how it goes, it just snaps on right on there. There's no right or wrong way. To connect and to disconnect the battery from the drone itself, you do have to move these legs out of the way. I'll just go ahead and open it all up. To put this on, you'll see that there's 2 notches right there. 1, 2. And there's 2 notches right there. 1, 2. Just match them up. And that goes on real quick. There are the connections on the drone. They match up with the battery. Just squeeze on either side just so that it slides in, and then it snaps. So when you get your drone, when you first bring it out of the box, you're going to have to do a firmware update. So make sure that you have the battery fully charged as well as your charger, because you don't want either of those to die in the middle of the firmware update. It might give you some issues. So charge it up, and then so to do the firmware update, now mine won't need it of course, but I'll show you the steps. Okay, so before you turn your drone on, make sure that you've taken all of the protective covers off of the gimbal, because it does go through a calibration process, and if it's locked in, then it's not going to obviously be able to do that. So to turn it on, just if you press once, it'll show you the battery life. All 4 are lit up, so it's 100%. Press it once, press it again and hold, and then let go. And once it is calibrated, do the same thing with the controller. There's the power button, press it once, and then again and hold it. It'll say connecting. All right guys, so sorry about the noise, that's just the drone. But once it's connected, you'll see that in the app it'll say connected, and it says go fly. So if I press go fly, so it's going to give me this error here because there's no GPS. I'm inside the house. The highlights I'll give you guys right now is that button right there, you press it and then you slide so that you can activate the drone. And then once you do that, that second one that will be available once the drone is flying is to bring it back home. If you lose connectivity for some reason and this app completely dies out, you can still bring the drone back home with that button right there. So you press that and your drone will come back to the landing spot. Now, it's important that when you open up your app that you go to the settings, you go to the drone, go to the return home altitude, and I have mine set to about 30 meters, and that's probably a good place. So the drone, whether it's higher or lower than that distance, it's going to go to that distance before it comes home. And the reason it does that is to avoid any obstacles. With that right there, that's pretty much all you need to get started. I don't know how well this is going to show up in the camera, but I'm going to press the button.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
I'm going to press the button here to get it going. And it's saying precision takeoff. That's the one that'll take the pictures. It'll raise it up to about 20 feet, slide to take off. All right. I will see you guys at the next video.